Hello everyone, I am Christine, your instructor in College Algebra. So today we'll be discussing about the Algebra Essentials, which are very important in our discussion and throughout our subject. So mathematics, the language of science. Why? Because in the earliest use of numbers occurred 100 centuries ago, and in the Middle East to count items, okay, or products. So farmers, cattlemen, and tradesmen used tokens, stones, or markers to signify a single item. So doon nagsimula ang mathematics. And then they made commerce possible and lead to improved communications and spread of civilization. Okay, so here are the most exciting part. Real numbers. We have here natural numbers, which are 1, 2, 3, or used in counting. So, hindi kasali ang 0 dito. Dito siya kasali sa whole numbers. So, natural numbers plus 0 are the following. Alright, so 0, 1, 2, and 3. So, we have here also integers. And dito na pumapasok yung ating mga negative natural numbers or to the set of whole numbers. And here are the examples. If you are familiar with the Cartesian plane, yan, makikita niyo yung mga negative and positive integers natin dyan. So, rational numbers includes fractions are written as m and n are integers and n is not equal to 0. Alright? Kasi kapag if you divide a number with 0, ang sagot nun is syntax error kapag sa scientific calculator. And irrational numbers naman, ayan, mukhang hindi niyo nakikita, wait lang, are the set of numbers that are not rational, are non-repeating, and are non-terminating. Okay, so those are real numbers. We also have here the order of operations. Actually, this is pang high school, so dapat nung high school kayo na nalaman nyo na to. Alright, so we call it PEMDAS, and PEMDAS means parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Example, 3 plus 4 multiplied by 3 minus 3. Okay. So, paano natin sasagutin yan with the use of PEMDAS? Alright, so unahin muna natin ito. Oh, wait. This one. Kasi may multiplication dyan. So, 3 plus 12 minus 3 is equals to 12 itself. So, ganyan ang PEMDAS. Dapat mauna yung may parentheses or mauna yung multiplication bago yung mga addition and subtraction. Alright, we also have here the properties of real numbers. Number 1 is the commutative, associative, distributive, identity, and inverse property. So, probably this was discussed when you were in the first year because, you know, I taught in the first year and ito yung tinuro ko nun sa kanila. So, pahapyaw na lang nating didiscussan ito. I will give examples of this later on. Alright, so addition, pag sinabi natin commutative addition, so A plus B is equals to B plus A. Okay, so for an example, 3 plus 4 is equals to 4 plus 3. O, dito naman, the same multiplication lang siya. So, associative, kailangan natin dito ng 3 numbers, 3 integers. So, A plus B, A plus the sum of B plus C is equals to the sum of A and B plus C. Okay, so dito naman sa multiplication, so A multiplied by B times C is equals to the product of A and B times C as well. And the distributive, ayan. So, ganyan lang siya, oh. Dinistribute lang siya ng ganyan. So, naging A times B plus A times C. And wala siyang multiplication property kasi parang yun na rin to mismo. So, there exists under identity property naman, there exists a unique real number called the additive identity 0 such that for any real number A plus 0 is equals to A. So, any number added to 0 is the number itself. So, 1 plus 0 is equals to 1 itself. So, there exists a unique real number under multiplication naman tayo called the multiplicative identity 1 such that any real number A is equals to A multiplied by 1 is equals to A. So, any number multiplied by 1 is equals to the number itself. So, that is identity. So, kapag sinabi nating identity property under addition, 0. 0 ang additive identity natin. And kapag multiplication naman or multiplicative identity, it is 1. And inverse property, every real number that has an additive inverse or opposite denoted to negative A is equals to A plus or negative A is equals to 0. Siyempre, ang labas kasi nan is A minus A is equals to 0. And dito naman, ayan. So, makakancel lang siya. So, maiwan yung 1. Okay, so the properties hold for real numbers A, B, and C. So, dito sa properties of real numbers, we need the real numbers A, B, and C. So, we also have the evaluate and simplify algebraic expressions. So, pag sinabi nating algebraic expression, it is the collection of constant and variables joined by the algebraic operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay? And pag sinabi naman nating equation, mathematical statement indicating that two expressions are equal. So, dito, gumagamit tayo ng equal sign. So, ito ang difference ng expression and equation. For an example, 3x plus 2 is equals to 12. So, is this equation or expression? Since may equality tayo dito, it means this is an example of equation. Pag sinabi naman nating 3x plus 2, so this is an expression kasi wala siyang equal sign. Alright, so that's the simplest difference of algebraic expression and algebraic equation. So, we also have here formula. Ayan, ginagamit natin ang mga formula to come up to solve or get the correct answer of a given problem. Okay, next, rule of exponents. So, ito na naman, pang first year to. Pang grade 7. So, the product rule, ganito siya. Okay, so A raised to M multiplied by A raised to N is equals to A, and then pag-addin mo yung exponents nila. For an example, pero dapat parehas sila ng base ha. Ito yung sinasabi nating base and this is the exponent. Pag sinabi nating 3 raised to 2 multiplied by 4, ano ba yan? 4 raised to 3 is equals to, ayan. Under product rule ba yan? Hindi, kasi they are not the same in base. Okay? So, probably ang magiging sagot niyan ay 9 multiplied by, I think this is 64. Ayan. So, use your calculator to solve that. Okay. So, kailangan natin ng parehas na base. Ano ba? Base tayo ngayon. Okay. So, 3 raised to 2 multiplied by 3 raised to 4. So, magiging sagot dyan ay 3, 2 plus 4, and 3 raised to 6. Or simplify, 3 raised to 6 is equals to 1, 2. Alright. So, ang sagot dito ay 729. So, this is the simplified answer for the example under product rule. So, dapat parehas yung base natin. Example 2 raised to 1, raised to 2 multiplied by 2 raised to 4 is equals to 2 raised to 6. At ang sagot dito ay, okay, 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, and so on. So, you have to simplify this. Next rule is the quotient rule. Ayan. Kasi mas maintindihan nyo kapag mag-focus tayo sa example eh. Alright. So, they also have here the same base. Hindi kinakailangan na the same base sila. So, 3 raised to 4 divided by 4 raised to 2 is equals to okay, so ang magiging sagot dito ay, like that. Next, the power rule. Ayan. So, kapag nakakita na kayo ng ganito, may parentheses, it means multiplication. You have to multiply the exponents. Okay, next is the zero exponent rule. So, any number raised to 0 is equals to 1. For an example, 3 raised to 0 is equals to 1. 1 million raised to 0 is equals to 1. Okay, any number, kahit gaano pa yan kadami. Ayan, raised to 0 is equals to 1. So, negative exponent rule. Ayan. So, para siyang inverse. So, 4 raised to 2 is equals to 1 over 4 raised to 2. Okay, the power of a product rule of exponents for any real numbers a and b and any integer n. The power of a product rule of exponents states that, okay, ayan, parang distributive property siya, or commutative property, I should say. So, 4 multiplied by 3 raised to n is equals to, times to 4 n multiplied by 3 n. Excuse me. Next is the power of the quotient rule of exponent. Wait. Okay, for an example is 1/4 raised to 2 is equals to 1 raised to 2 over 4 raised to 2. Ang sagot dyan is 1 over 16. Next is the scientific notation. So probably you have discussed this during your BEC or basic education. Okay. So a number is written in scientific notation if it is written in the form of a times 10 raised to n, where 1 is, or a is, the absolute value of a is not equal or lesser or equal to 1, but not greater than 10, and n is an integer. So for an example, we have here 0.000265. So, magiging 2.65, and then you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4.